Go ahead.
We got it?
Yeah.
Hey man, this is Ronnie Jordan. This is Ronnie's Rundown. Thank y'all for subscribing to my channel. Y'all been looking, y'all been asking who's on the next rundown. And I said, what better person to have on the rundown than Tyler Chronicle, writer, producer, fucking comedian, extraordinaire. Just got off the season a while now. One of the most controversial season openers I ever seen in my life. and Jesse Wu threw you under the bus immediately on the shade room, but I was kind of excited for you. I was like, oh, that's a shout out, but not now.
I don't feel like she was trying to throw me under the bus. I think she felt like it was a shout out, but as writers, I would never say what I wrote for a specific person. But she was just trying to show love and also probably get some of that heat off her neck.
They was on her neck, but I like how she stood on it and she was like, if that was a man comedian singing that, y'all would praise him. We wouldn't have said nothing. Which is a fact, I feel like.
I said, if it was me doing it, they probably would just say, he can't sing for real.
Yeah,
they wouldn't have said nothing about what I said.
Yeah, well, Jesse Wu, shout out to you for sticking. It's a joke. We don't mean any disrespect to the Whitney Houston estate, but that shit.
You have to pick a position on that.
I am. I feel like it's gonna snap. I feel like
audio wise, we are.
Yeah, I feel like it's gonna snap.
We look like we waiting on the bus to go to the pool to just look at bitches and not talk to them.
That's what kind of pretty much. That's how we was doing it in LA.
Hey yo, we was in LA being lame as hell.
Get dressed all day to take an Uber to go get a blunt and then come back.
Niggas just spend $90 in 4 minutes just Uber and buying all the weed that your eyes saw.
They be like, hey, come to my room. Where is it? Inglewood. Nice. That shit fought it up and fought it back. We gotta spend $80 to go do an open mic,
bruh. It's only so many times you can go Uber to maybe get up on stage when you already do comedy for real.
Yeah, but talk about that though, like going from wanting to be on Wild 'N Out and being so close and then being put off and then kind of starting over from the drawing board, but you never started over because I remember you being on the phone with Darren, Carlos, all these people that were on Wild 'N Out while we were on the road doing colleges, and I had no idea you were helping everybody punch shit up. I can say that now because it's a fact.
Right? It's a fact. It's a fact. Yeah, but I mean, hell, I don't know what to say because you pretty much gave him the rundown. I guess that's all the rundown.
Shit I be knowing.
Nah. So, it's dope. I started, auditioned for Wild 'N Out a few times and made it kind of far, but didn't really make it until a certain point. So I had to volunteer to write, and then when I volunteered to write, Nick Cannon's like, I want to put you on some shows. When I got my chance, opportunity, kicked the door in, did my thing, and became full-time cast member. But what you were saying, like that shit is Wild 'N Out is hard. You was a part of it.
Yeah, it was fucking hard. And I tried to do a game. What's the game where you rap to the girl? I had a dope little shit written, but you sitting there in front of her, lights on.
Oh, Let Me Holler?
Let Me Holler, and it was a rap edition or some shit.
Oh, no.
It was something we had to make
you
a
had
rhyme.
to do like that was probably was it the flow job? Where you rap to the girl and then she figured out what job.
And she figured out my job, and I had something cool, and she was right there and was gorgeous. Nick Cannon right there. Every producer you ever want to meet, lights flaring. The music is loud as it is in the studio. We was in a ballroom. I was like, I think this dude did the boo boo, and I be rapping. Like I was fucked up. I was like, yo.
Everybody want to be on Wild 'N Out, bro. Everybody hit me up. How I get on Wild 'N Out? How I get on Wild 'N Out? Hey, first of all, I don't know. Have a few million followers, and you probably got a foot in the door. First of all. Second of all, yo, you really, you feel that shit. Like, if I wasn't a professional comedian the first couple of times I did Wild 'N Out and walked out there to do my joke, I probably would have bombed. Because I felt in my spirit what other people that don't do stand-up probably would feel it. Because I felt a little off base.
It's like, this might not work.
I'm by myself. It's, people behind me that when I do bad, they gonna roast me on my way back. That's what people don't get about.
And I stopped somebody who was good from coming out here. Wait a minute, good people. Everybody shut up.
Hey, back to DC Unfly.
The DC, the master of all this shit. Move, back up.
Well, shout out to DC, man. He made me, he actually kind of alley-ooped me for my first big laugh on my first show on there. We were doing Hood Jeopardy, and I forgot the actual name of the how to answer with it. It was like things that Kanye has in his studio, or Kanye did something, whatever it is. And I got up there and I was like, what is? And I giggled a little bit because I thought about what I was gonna say. And DC was like, go ahead, say it, fool. I was like, I was saying, go ahead, say it. Like, he hyped it up. And then I was like, Ray J's Residue. Everybody ran around and shit. So yeah, shout out to DC.
Yeah, I like it because it's a team. It's still like a competition, but everybody kind of lifts you up. It's kind of like the ultimate, like NBA Jam. You see somebody going for the dunk and they throw it up again, throw it up again. It's like all that.
It's really one shot deal. Like, you know what I mean? Like, okay, here it is. It is improv, but by and large, everyone here, everyone watching, everyone sitting here knows all the Wild 'N Out games. You know how to play them. So,
how to play them.
You know, you have an idea what it is before you go in, but then when it comes up, you gotta come up with what you want to say on the spot. And you only get one time. You ain't no hold on, let me do it again. Now there's a crowd there. They heard it. It's just like stand up. Once you say it, you said it.
And if you don't rap every day, it is hard to rap in front of people. Like I don't do that shit every day. I be in the car fucking around, but I remember Carlos rapping all the goddamn time. This way before a while now.
Carlos was perfect.
Zoom Man and them was like, it was damn near like they had a training camp for a while now over there with Zoom Man and Clayton and all that whole crew. Everybody was super sharp when they came to
Diesel would be perfect. Diesel would have a little more energy. Like it's a show about more so about energy than it is about getting the joke and hitting the joke on time. Because we were telling people funny shit to say that we knew would be funny, and then it had the right energy to it, and it didn't go like how it should have.
Yeah, my boy. Shout out to Cortez. He used one of my roasts, and I was super excited.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Nick kind of used a few of mine though, because he never uses. That's the crazy part about the writer gig. You think you finna kick it and all this shit. You got to turn in homework every night. You got to turn in 50 of these and 50 of these just so Nick might use it, and Nick be like, all right, and then never use none of that shit.
I mean, good jokes, and like if anybody writes jokes, you know how hard it is to write that many good jokes every single day.
Every day.
About the same kind of topic. So it was a great exercise in joke writing though. Did you feel like you when you left?
I felt like I got quicker.
You feel quicker?
I felt quicker. It was like when I first did radio like when I had to make up parody songs. And I was like, I don't do this. And I had to go listen to the song, go get the lyrics of the song, go listen to the beat, listen to the last word of the part. And then it was like, once you do it a couple times, it's a muscle. It seems like, once you do it a couple times, you get going. And shout out to Big Mac for goddamn taking the jokes so much and being so funny when it's his turn.
He's probably one of the best teammates in terms of being a Wild 'N Out cast member.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Big Mac. Cortez is one of the ones I love watching.
I love watching. Emmanuel is the best at all the games.
He's the best at failures.
He
makes failures so funny, bro.
DC Young Fly is the funniest, just overall person that I know. You know what I'm saying? Like, so in general, I just be waiting to see what the hell he gonna say or do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Carlos is one of the funniest people, stand-ups, commentators, off the cuff type.
You just want to hear what he gonna say.
Yeah. So that show is full of the fucking.
Chico can rap his ass
off.
off.
Oh man, what?
They make up some funny songs. I like this year that y'all got the song and it's dropping for real. I'm streaming. Y'all got the album cover and shout out Big Mac had a Big Daddy song and I was fucking with it anyway. I was like, send me this.
Big Daddy Bounce is out.
Shout out to the Big Daddy Bounce, man. We're gonna have to get a TikTok for that.
Yes, sir.
Well, shit, man, how does it feel like during the pandemic? You kind of kicked our asses on fucking starting our own, connecting with our fans, because you was doing the QTN network, the quarantine network, and you had programming all day.
Yeah.
And I just used to make my way to the phone around 5 just for Sock Puppet Theater.
Yes.
Sock Puppet Theater became a whole community.
5 o'clock, baby.
Tyler would have sock puppets doing scenes from hood movies.
So serious. Boys.
So damn serious.
All about the Benjamins.
Man, come on, man. We gotta bring that back.
Maybe. But yeah, man, I was thinking about when Michael Jordan said he probably became the best basketball player out of fear. I was so scared when they shut everything down. Like when my second or third show got canceled kind of in the same day, I was scared. I ain't been scared of nothing in a long time since I've been a little kid, and I was scared. So that was the only thing I could think of was like talk to people, be around people the best you could. So I just got on live and it evolved to, people have always told me shit about them out of nowhere for no reason.
Boy.
Yeah, people
they dump a lot on you, Tyler. A lot of people dump their whole life on you.
And that's my calling. That's why God put me here. I figured it out. That's why I stopped complaining. And I'm saying that to say when I got on live, people were doing the same thing when I tapped them in and dumped some serious
Tyler Fix My Life or something.
Exactly, and that made me come up with Tyler Fix My Life. Then the sock puppet thing was just something I thought would be funny and cool. I was super high on I know that. Then the first thing we did was 7 o'clock Cash App Comedy.
Cash App Comedy for sure.
There, people were sending money for that, and then at 9 o'clock, just started rapping. Started doing quarantine rap league. People tap in, and we would do 3 rounds against each other, and then if people wouldn't tap in, I would just start rapping, and then people put words in the chat, and I would put that word in my rap. I've done that.
The weirdest part about our relationship, I think I knew you as the weed man first.
Probably so.
More so than that, but it was. I think we got cool because you was like, bro, where you gonna be at? And I used to, because at one time I was popping up everywhere. I had to get on stage somewhere besides the goddamn cops, and I was just going everywhere.
I told you, you were one of the first comedians to put a battery in my back because we was doing Dugans and Fredo. He's in here. He was on my food stamp at the time. I cannot remember who. I feel like OD Odell was there. No, Cassius. Shout out Cassius.
That was his room. It was his room at the time.
Okay, Fredo told me about it. So yeah, it was Cassius' room. He was hosting, and I had went to go do some time. And Fredo told me about it. You were closing, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
And I went and did my thing, and then when I got back home, I had a Facebook notification from Ronnie Jordan saying, "Man, Tyler Does is hilarious." And I was like, "Oh shit, hold up." Everybody shut up, give my weed back.
Give my weed
bro,
back.
You ain't me, is what I'm saying, bro. I don't know if you got Facebook, but you need to tap in with the tap in. So yeah, you put the battery in my back, you know what I'm saying, early to let me know. And then, once we really just kind of met, I would come up to Legends. I would come up to Legends a lot.
This was this time, right? This is hat flipped up, book bag, backpack on.
I remember, and then you had your roast at Legends.
Yeah.
I came in, fired it. I was late as hell. I was the last one. I came and fired that bitch up to the ceiling. It was over with. And then we went to the strip club and Ronnie passed out.
I threw up. He still got it on his phone.
Nigga passed out right by the kitchen. Though. That's the funny part. It was right by the kitchen.
And they got a picture, video of me.
You had a good time though.
I had a great time.
Man, that was a great time.
Getting home was hell. That next day, I was throwing up all the way home. Like in the daytime, I was like, that was
a hell of a day.
Man, we got sued. Shout out to everybody who pulled up. That was like 2014, 2013.
Yeah.
And then I think we started going on the road. But the weird part was, not the weird part, but like, I remember you and the girl you was dating at the time, y'all would just be on dates at everywhere I would be at.
So yeah, listen, one of my favorite comedians and my ex, Nikki Nicole, you were one of her favorite comedians as well. So I was like, shit, if he, nigga, gas money was a little tight, but if he within 15 minutes of the crib, we going. And a couple of spots you went was like literally 4 or 5 minutes from the crib. Yeah. So we would like go. I'm not even trying to do stand-up. I'm coming to see Ronnie or everybody else.
Out in the back with a section.
Got a section, little bottle or something. You know what I mean? Some she finesse, I'm sure. You gotta have your woman finesse some shit. Shout out
one thing I noticed, I didn't know you before you was single. I didn't know you for real.
Yeah, I'm a savage. You met me as a gentleman. I was an OG, original gentleman.
I met Tyler when he was a grass-eating lion. Then the nigga ate.
When the nigga caught him with some blood on my mouth.
Yeah, he looked up like, oh shit. I said, yo, my man's is outside. And then this is the point I knew it was over with. The day we were taping the Bossip fucking.
My hand is to stop you.
Okay, cool. Sorry.
No. I hate to keep
okay,
going.
Cool.
Keep going. If I touch
but the fact that, because I know what that feeling is when it's something for you and your girl taking a long time.
Right.
Oh. You be like,
this motherfucker. So we doing a pilot. So listen.
Wait, it's your dream.
No, we doing a pilot episode
of your dream
TMZ
job
type show that ended up becoming Bossip on WeTV. With me, Ronnie, Cynthia, Alana, and goddamn Danielle Cannon. Shout out to all of them, man. Shout out to
Janelle, I'm sorry.
Yo, listen. So I bring my girl to the pilot we trying to shoot a pilot with the production company.
You got her a spot as an extra.
Got her a spot as an extra, sit here, look good, you know what I'm saying, laugh, you never know, something will work for you. She didn't like her shirt to sit in the back.
Of his show. This is your show.
So I'm running around trying to figure out how she gonna get a shirt. Then she goes to get the shirt and kind of come back late to the taping. We had to wait for an extra.
And they were like, what's going on? And Tyler was like,
oh. But then she came back with the most terriblest shirt.
I ain't understand. I didn't notice that
Her
part.
shirt was like Seamoth.
But I remember how I got recommended by a lady named Penny.
Shout out Penny, man.
Shout out to Penny recommended me because
I want to say it's Holiday, no?
Huh?
Her last name Holiday?
Penny Holiday, I think. Because she recommended me to write some jokes for like a Love and Hip Hop After Show, right? A long time ago.
Love and Hip Hop After
And
Show.
I wrote some
that
shit.
Tigger was on. That I sat in for Tigger as just, you know what I mean, for rehearsals because he couldn't be there because he was on radio. Yep.
And I wrote some shit and sent it to her. She's like, I don't think we're going to use it. Then they used it. Because I wrote some shit called Wig Off. This is when Jock was changing his hair.
Yep.
I said, take everybody's hairdo off, switch it out, and make a guess. Put the hair on other people's shit.
We did that.
And I saw it on TV, and my wife was like, "This the shit I'm talking about." Like she better these nigga can't goddamn she did it. So I said, "Chill out, don't." I said, "This means I'm good enough." That's all I needed to know. I can do that TV shit, and it was
she
like
let it come back around.
And it came back around, and it was like she was the recommendation, and then Tyler recommended me too. And then they had two comedians. I was supposed to be a featured extra. I was an extra on the show. They said, have 90 seconds ready of anything you want to talk about, like straight to camera, blah, blah, blah. One of the comedians, OG, he wasn't ready. They said he wasn't ready. Yeah. And I did, it was 2016, I did Black China.
Carl Douglas.
I did.
This nigga don't want to say that.
I did Black China.
What kind of goddamn?
Yeah, it was special case. Special case.
Yeah,
yeah, they just say
what
he tried to freestyle. This is the rundown. This is the rundown. I'm running down. So, but my boy, what's the white guy?
Joe.
Joe said, "Give me 90 seconds, anything you want to talk about," and I did. My perspective was like, this is when Black China left and she started dating Rob Kardashian, and it was like, ha ha, she got all them niggas back because it was like she was the joke, the tiger.
That was she left out.
And I did Black China, an American success story, and I went crazy. But Joe was kind of guiding me. He was like, say this, okay, say that part, use that part, do that, and then we got it. And they said that's how they ended up getting the fucking show picked up.
The point key, and we ain't trying to diss Special K. He's fucking super successful, super funny.
Yeah, Black Tony.
The point was, the point is of that story is to always be ready. I don't think Special K took it as seriously as you did. And well, he obviously didn't take it as seriously as you did. You took it seriously to the point that that bit you did made it on television the season that we actually shot.
That was a pilot. Show did, yeah, for sure.
From the pilot, John made it on the real episode, so you were so ready that it got you in. So that's the key, man. Be ready for every opportunity, even if you're a feature extra and you ain't supposed to speak. Just be ready. Fucking have your shirt.
Have your shirt. I had an extra shirt. I had a shirt and another shirt. I found a video of us filming. I found a video on my phone of us filming the pilot. I got a video of me shooting and Alejandro. Back then, we was just because they made it so comfortable, bro. I have never been in an environment where they like be yourself. Like when people let us be ourselves, that shit came out great. Yeah, I met Cynthia doing that shit. Like it was dope to see a whole production be done. It was like, oh, we be doing this shit.
Fortunately for me and you, we've been one of the few people that are able to have been on TV and movies and be ourselves.
Yeah,
you're Ronnie when you're on TV. I'm Tyler when I'm on TV, and that's great. You control everything that you're saying and doing. Like when you have to go and be Arthur or another actor or whatever, you got to do what other people say, and you could be looked at as like shit. People had looked at Jessie Woo, not even knowing she ain't even write shit, but she said it, so it's on her.
She said it.
You know what I mean? So
could you talk about the role cannabis has played in your career? Because we used to smoke, we still smoke, but in LA they were kind of like, have you guys went to your office yet? Yeah. Like, they was like encouraging us to get the fuck. Y'all didn't need to go.
Right, go get hungry. Man, we didn't play a huge part because it actually maybe endeared me or got me in circles with comedians that I probably would have had to do other things to get in circles with, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's like I was coming up in the era, like we were talking about, like comedians that was from your era when you first started. Don't fuck with young comedians until you do something. Until you funny. Or you gotta do a lot. But like I had the weed. That was like, all right, nigga, you wanna go on stage? You know what I'm saying? This shit hit. I skipped 12 niggas that didn't have no weed to get on stage, and then obviously doing my thing, and then just going from there. More than culture.
I'm over more than culture because I was following you. I was like, let me just see whatever he doing. We gonna just Cause your discipline game is
Ain't
different.
nobody outsmoke more than Cultr, first of all.
At no point.
At zero podcasts on earth. If y'all watch, like the nigga producer of the radio station hit me up. He was like, boy, y'all be smoking. When niggas turn to the radio station, like, but he just hit me out of nowhere. Like, but y'all niggas be smoking. He gave me 2 of his lighters. I might got one home. And he was like, hey, y'all need take my lighter.
Till FaceTime, he said, every time I talk to you, you roll in the back. And you got on, you in your truck. I said, I'm going to Kroger, nigga.
Every time you talk to me, I'm going to Kroger.
I'm going to fucking Kroger.
My wife put me to
I'm
work.
over here dabbing at a high frequency, brother.
Shout out Snack Junkie Vegan.
Yeah, shout out to that. My wife, man, she fucking held me down during the pandemic. Started her own business and got that because my calendar was gone. I'm
Yeah,
tell you,
you need about a storefront by now, boy.
That
time.
It's time for that, but she's into like the cannabis cooking now, man. She's fucking killing that, and then to have that vegan on top, she wants to do like a dinner party where the comedians come and kind of basically like a comedy night. But without the pressure of standing right there. You know what I'm saying? Have a meal, talk some shit, you know what I'm saying? So
that's kind of fire.
It is kind of, all my good ideas come from my wife, bro. All my good ideas come from my wife.
Boy, you lucky. Damn, you found her in college.
I found her in college.
You
She chose
just
me.
did the college that you met her.
We just did the school, we met it, and my son was baffled. He was like, "You, what? Where'd you meet mine?" I was like, "I was on the bus." He was like, "What? They got buses?" I was on the bus, and she was like, "Hey, honey."
Was y'all in the back?
It was her. They did me like some girl. You know how niggas do girls? And a group of niggas. I was just sitting up there. She's like, "Hey, honey." And there was a bunch of them. I was just like, I had on some blue goddamn Dockers and a blue fucking button-down Docker shirt and another jacket.
I knew you would remember. That's so
Yes,
funny,
I had some Eastlands on or some
you know
polo
what?
boots
The
or
only
some
outfits I can remember is outfits I bombed in.
shit. Talk about bombing. Do you ever not wear the shit you bomb in ever again?
Burn it. What you talking about? I had some Chuck Taylor. Them shits was fire. They were playing cards on the outside. Them niggas wasn't even really fucking with Chucks like that. Just me and Wiz Khalifa at the time. I did a show, right? And it was one of the weirdest shits ever. I was doing great. Like, I got a standing ovation in the middle of my set. I started talking about Drake, talking bad about him. And that was at school. And nigga, I got booed. I kind of reeled them back in, right? But they still wasn't fucking with me. And when I said a joke, I took a step and my shoe was untied. And I heard the tips of my shoestrings hit the stage loud. Loud as fuck. I said, man, I'm finna throw this shoe again. That shit threw my mind off. I got booed again. That shit threw my mind off so bad, bro. Because you know, like when you be rocking and you hear like somebody hit the plate of like some dishes, that's one thing. But nigga, it was so quiet. I heard the tips of my shoestrings hit the stage. I was like, whoa, that shit was loud as hell.
Nigga, I just bombed the other day. I bombed filling in for an Instagram dude. And then they brought a blues singer on that everybody fuck with in this whole town. They in
Bobby
there.
Blue Bland.
He do 2 songs. I'm like, dog, you got a blues singer coming up for me? He like, he ain't gonna do but like 2 songs. I'm like, he do the 2 songs that
They
slap.
both 10 minutes apiece.
But everybody want the 3rd song. Why the fuck he ain't do the 3rd song?
And you gotta go up.
I'm over there with my little rollerblade with t-shirts and then a nigga go up before me and do all music cues. Kill it. It was just that room. It was one of them rooms where
They like music, obviously.
I go up there trying to do jokes. They were like, cause then so the host bring me up. When that comedian, no, he plays the song, the blues song. They really fuck with all the aunties. They throwing shit. They like, they been in there 2 hours, right? They dancing like the fucking Good Times picture. Y'all stop this shit on goddamn last comedian Ronnie Jordan. I go, yes.
They say it again.
I was standing right there. Get last comedian Ronnie Jordan.
Now, what did he say before that?
He said, "Hey man, cut that shit off. Look. And then the host was killing. He was just doing local shit, and I didn't know this nigga was rocking that bitch. So they tired and ate and shit. This the nigga birthday who booked me. And I charged the shit out of him too. He was cool, but I was funny enough to be. But they had that shit. I had to stop the party.
So like you got a position in your career now. You don't bomb per se like how comedians are talking about bombing. You just don't do what you normally do.
Yeah, so they had to
feels like
stop
a bomb.
the
Please know
music.
that the man don't bomb.
They stopped the music, right? They pissed. They fucking mad.
Niggas say, hey, hold on, stop that shit. Y'all get it.
They like this.
Hey, y'all stop that shit. It's my favorite shit.
It's all aunties.
I probably would have went on stage and talked about him saying, hey, y'all stop that shit.
I said, yeah, that's what I said. I said, damn, this is awkward now. I feel like a nigga put his dick in, swirled it around, and said, let me stop fucking it, bitch. You bitch, your pussy wet. So they died a little bit, but then that's when I knew that's the test. I was like, oh, they were like,
that's too funny not to laugh.
They laughed a little bit, and the old nigga said, nigga, hell, what? It was like a table, it was a table of old niggas that I was rocking with. And then one of the niggas said something, and the nigga said, arr! And I said, I know this nigga, he a cute, so he been at the party with his dick showing for real. So he said, hey, don't do that, but yeah. Nigga said, so me and Q going at it. I'm roasting him, his homeboy, but like lightly, we fucking around. Yeah. And later, now all the aunties is like, so I get back to the show. I said, well, let me goddamn do the blessings for Joe. And then I did the goddamn fat nigga at the door. They fuck with it. I started running down the shit.
Hey,
y'all fuck with it.
Doing them jokes like that is literally shooting at a nigga, missing and throwing your gun.
I was like, hold on, I got something for y'all. Y'all think I came all the way?
Y'all,
And the nigga was like, yeah. I said, so y'all want some more jokes? So y'all want to start this shit? I was like, we'll
crank that bitch, baby. We finna go home.
So I kept going, but I was funny enough to not get booed or nothing, but it was like, fuck, I've been with this nigga all day talking shit about Instagram niggas. I hate y'all. This is how I know I did good because it wasn't the best, but it was like select niggas walked up, well, I thought you were funny. Fuck. I said, well, thank you. This nigga mama said, forget all that, baby. Listen. That nigga put his mama put his head on me like this. I said, yes, ma'am. He said, you was funny, baby.
Man,
thanks, yes, man.
I know I'm funny.
And then the nigga wife could cook and everything. The food was good as shit. And then it was a parking lot that the nigga had just got shot in. Then the parking lot started getting packed and lit, and the police came. And I was like, oh, it's like danger out here too. Yeah, nigga was in Mississippi. I was like, these niggas rented this venue out. But everybody had a good time, man. Shout out to Macomb, Mississippi. But it made me come home and get on my shit. I was like, I'm going up tomorrow, nigga.
Right, let me go make niggas laugh for real.
Fuck, bro. It was like, cause they wasn't fucking with none of this shit. I was like,
How long is this?
I don't know, man. We finished.
Oh yeah, almost 30 minutes. Y'all can, cause I'm just gonna chop it up.
You ain't got no tripod.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
got it, bro. I gotta ask you. I'm gonna ask you a question that niggas don't ask comedians.
Yes.
Okay, now, I just remember, like, we talk about, like, when you don't want to wear stuff when you're bombing. I had got a phobia because I bought my first chain in like 06. I custom Ronnie Jordan piece, yellow diamonds, all this shit. And Duval was like, come here, nigga. Got your chain. That shit hard, man. That shit custom. Oh, it's heavy. I'm like, yeah. So I started, I would only wear it. I would never do a show without that motherfucker. Like, it became a thing. So now I see you got your fresh, got your piece. How did you pick that? And did you have your eye on that piece?
I had my mind on a picture of my mother and my grandma.
Right.
Just need to know how to do it, and I didn't really have my eye to jeweler. I just asked them. Jeweler just sent me like 4 or 5 versions of this. I got the chain first, and I had a different charm here. It was fake, but I got then I saw this, and I was like, that's the one. It's like it's in our price range. That's the one. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to all the jewelers, man. Because a lot of comedians, the drip is serious. I'm gonna start highlighting niggas. These got kits and shit like that. So, but I was wearing that shit very early, and I just know it make you feel a way when you put that shit on. I had to make myself stop wearing. I got a Ronnie Jordan piece that's kind of like a Rolls Royce. It looks like the young niggas think it's Dream Chasers. It's RJ and all that stuff. And I bought it when my first son was born. I was like, the guys gifted us Campbell Jordan on the back, and I got a Campbell chain. And I was like, this shit's stupid. It was that part of my life, but I was like, I was getting a phobia about not wearing my shit, my little kit. And I was like, let me just come up and start
wearing it for a while, especially you just feel like, I remember like I did one of the shows a while and I had left my chain in the hotel because I did some shit, changed my clothes. And I was out there and I was like, oh shit, I ain't got my chain on. So I had like a PA run back to the hotel and get my chain for me. And I didn't wear it the first segment.
I just take it as like, we Deion Sanders fans. Like, if you didn't look good, you play good.
But it's more about my mom being around my name than me. That's
It is
all
though.
that
It's
goes down.
everything we do for a reason. Like the reason I got my glasses on, boy, I ain't got the big ones on. My dad wore them glasses like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Reason I put my cups upside down in the cupboard because my mama used to do that shit. Put a roach in and get it. Remember that shit?
Yes. Hey man, this is the
Stab your
rundown.
cereal.
I'm Ronnie Jordan. This is Tyler Chronicles. We got some more shit coming, man. But I had to get the partner before the prices get too high, cause it's up there. The nigga got a knee tattoo.
Oh, price got too high. I
Price
just
got-
fuck with you.
I think that's what I'm
If
saying.
you watching this, especially by the time this come out.
Really, cause the invoice is coming.
The old price is not the what your
It's not the price. Yesterday's price is not today's price. We got it, Ferg.